once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott.
And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Awaken with Jack and Barney, the new morning show that we're trying out. So, brothers and sisters, to you who are here with us again, it's an exciting day. We've got more in store for you, more important topics, just to start the morning off and get us flowing in the right energy today. So, with that, behind the scenes, I've got my brother Barney. We're here in the Barnabas studios and straight to you with fresh Joe, fresh fruit, and fresh inspirations. Barney, what are your thoughts today, man?
Yeah, I think the first episode was a smashing success. Hopefully the audio is coming in well. Last time my audio was too low, and we are trying to balance the audio appropriately. So any feedback that our millions of fans would give us would be much appreciated.
It would be. Please keep us straight on the audio. I think we're working out the bugs, but sorry to interrupt. What do you continue?
Working out the bugs, absolutely. We're making improvements. We have the morning offering plate, fruits, mushrooms. We have coffee bean palate cleanser, got an avocado. We've got a mystical knife in there too, of course. We got a lot going on. A lot of improvements in the show, and I am happy to bring them to you. Of course, last night I talked with my graphic design team for hours, and I really I was kind of mean to them. I made them up the game, and we pulled off this.
Something special.
What do you think of that?
It's beautiful. You look solid. I look good. It's got a beautiful energy to it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's great. The one thing is you can't see my name before the show starts. So I may have to like move it up or something. You know what I mean? It's like show starts in 9 hours. It's like with Jack and who? I'm dying to know.
You gotta know you gotta find out when it's time, it looks like.
Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. So there it is. That's the Barnabas audio visual graphic design team. So shout out to them. Shout out to those guys. They're great. Yeah, what can we say? We're both here in Baltimore. So far, beautiful day, Sunday.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Of course, I have 2 churches on the block. So just of note, maybe we're not the only ones in a gathering. Maybe I'm going off the rails with that one, but let's talk about last week's show.
You want to talk about last week's show or talk about the change?
We have to do housekeeping first.
Housekeeping first.
So if you missed last week's show, Barnabas had a problem. Barnabas drove home in West Baltimore, and it's not really, I don't know what everyone's used to, but it's kind of like The Wire. Have you seen The Wire?
Long time ago.
Yep. It's kind of like The Wire. I mean, it basically is The Wire, which is not really a compliment, although the block is pretty good. Just some of the blocks around it are no bueno. But let me just put this into perspective. I drove home in the middle of the day. The sun was out. And across the street was a man who was shooting up drugs in his forearms, just sitting there on the block, in the middle of the block, a block where children play basketball, a block where people eat blue crabs, a block where on occasion people grill right in front of their Baltimore row homes. And this guy is shooting up. And it bothered me. And of course, I called the police and I ran up to Jack when I saw him and I told him, Jack, there's a guy shooting up and I don't like it. We gotta get this guy out of here. And then Jack didn't like it. There's this whole thing basically. And I guess part of the show was, what is the proper response when someone's shooting up, I'm guessing, heroin in front of your house? And the thing that ultimately me and Jack agreed, until we come up with a better system, you call the cops. You call the cops. But we found some comments about this, and people were kind of saying, how shall we say, you shouldn't call the cops on him. You should have just, let him, like, that's not right, and this and that. And it comes from two specific angles, which is interesting. We have like I'm not sure what they call themselves now, but they're freedom people, they're libertarians, they're anarchists, perhaps. It's kind of this they prefer not to have police movement. And then, of course, we have the liberals. It's kind of more in line with the Jack philosophy, I think, liberal mindedness. And they both think that calling the cops is a wrong thing. But I posit that what else are you supposed to do? Let him finish shooting smack and leave his AIDS needles all over the place? No. And also, some of the comments were, if you cared about this man, you should just not. No, I do care about this man. And he's not living his best life shooting smack in front of my house. So he has to get in the system, because that's what we have. Get in the system. If you go to prison or jail, whatever, man, anything to get sober. Those are my thoughts. Were you surprised, Jack, that people were upset with me for calling the police? Or how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm not surprised at all, particularly with the viewers that I have. Because I found myself with a lot of people who are anti-authoritarian. I ring with anti-authoritarian. I am against authority. I'm against the abuse of authority. And far too often here in America, we've seen abuse of authority happen over and over and over because good-hearted employees obedient to their cause, they think violence is the answer to problems, and that's not the answer to problems. And too often our police resort first to violence. And it's not just police. I mean, the people of today, the people of this land resort to violence far too often. And that's why some of the feedback with the comments is these people, they've learned not to trust authority. They've learned to trust that these people in costumes are liars and are violent and are oppressors. So the alternative from that view is almost the worst case outcome that you're saying. You allow the junkie to be a junkie, and if they drop the needles, well, you got to deal with the needles. I personally don't agree with that approach either, because I'm a little mixed. I know that the path for people to improve is for them to receive care and receive support. And oftentimes these people out on the street shooting up, they're there because they don't have education or support, or they've rejected the education or the support. But even that, every one of us is capable of self-sabotage, of pushing away the answers, ignoring what's good for us. Every one of us is capable of that. So reminding my own problems, dude, I used to sit, I would walk around with a drink, going out with the kids, trick-or-treating. I'd walk around with my thermos filled with coffee, hot chocolate, and whiskey, right? So was I different than the junkie with my booze? I don't know.
I think there's levels to it. I would say yes.
There's levels.
If you're wasted and you get in a car, maybe you're worse than the junkie.
True. And I have.
But at least you were trying to be discreet. I'm not condoning. I mean, I don't know. If I was a father and I was walking around the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking a hot chocolate with some Bailey's Irish cream, it sounds like a good time, honestly. I'm not a violent drunk. No. I'm not a belligerent drunk. I don't even really have a problem with that. But from where I'm from, people would drink beers and walk around like in this. So I grew up suburbia kind of.
Mhm.
I don't really see a problem with that as long as you maintain it. And it's, oh, look at me, I'm drinking hot chocolate. But this guy is shooting heroin. But the thing that just kind of annoys me is I would love it if these people who think that I did the wrong thing, should I put a hex on them? Should I curse them? I am going to do it right. Maybe this is a bad idea. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put a hex. I'm not going to curse.
No.
But what do you think they would do if they woke up, open their door, and there's a dude shooting smack right in front of their house? They're going to be like, hey, bro, are you okay? How much longer are you going to be? Do you need some help? Like, once you decided, or you come to a point in your life where you come to Barnabas neighborhood, middle of the block, midday, and you start shooting smack in the open, you don't have any reasoning capabilities. At least a junkie, the ones that I'm familiar with, they go to the flop house, they go behind the dumpster, they at least try to hide it a little bit. This is insane. This is insane. So
it's a state of our society. The entire society is insane. Donald Trump is insane. Hegseth is insane. All these other characters running around with billions of dollars, they're insane. I think we should be calling the cops on them. Not so much on the poor wounded junkie on the street who's just trying to survive and get numb from the pain of his life. I mean, these criminals, I am so focused on the white collar criminals. The blue collar guys, they really don't bother me as much. Not anymore.
So are homeless junkies blue collar?
Yeah,
I mean, what do you?
To some degree. They're like me. They're poor. I've been poor my whole life, right?
You have not been poor your whole life.
I have been.
There's a rumor that you were a big shot at the post office. Stop the lies, Jack. Weren't you a?
All right, fair enough.
Aren't? And can you explain this to me? Side note: how
You're
do
right.
mailmen become generals? Like, what does that even mean? Right? Postmaster general. It's a bit. What is that? A paramilitary organization? You don't have to answer that. I heard you were a big shot in the post office, sir. That's not poor, FYI.
Totally segue, but there is an interesting fact to the Postal Service. It has been.
Whoa, hold up.
Huh.
Pray 3, 2, 1. That is coming in strong. $50 super. Do we have any super chat
I have a
bells or whistles or something?
I have a thank you image, but
Is it
beyond
this?
that, not much.
What is
Thank
this?
you so much. That's
Imagination. All right, I'm trying to go through Talcadia StreamYard.
Right.
I'm not sure what all this stuff is.
It's fascinating.
What is this? The Talcott train? Everybody all aboard. Anybody want to take this ride? Everybody all aboard. All it takes is a ticket, not a ride. Be sure to get your ticket. Hurry, don't you miss it. Everybody's got to stand in line to be. You'll be right on time. Everybody all aboard. Everybody all aboard.
Dude, that's amazing. We get a Barney song with the
no, that's the Gap band. That's the Gap. That's the Gap band. That's the Gap band. That's Party Train, Gap band. I love the Gap band. Charlie Wilson still out here touring, getting it in. There's a new dance. It's the early in the morning dance. The whole thing.
Okay.
Maybe you could do the early in the morning dance. That would be great for the reflection or reward, so to speak, for. I mean, this is a $50 super chat.
That's pretty amazing. Thank you.
I mean, do you want to get up and dance or something?
No.
No? Okay.
Not yet.
If I sing better? If I sing better?
It's holy cows. Blessings.
All right. Pray 3, 2, 1 says, yes, arrest Hegseth.
Yes.
What a lovely morning show. Good vibes and good luck. Wow. Thank you. Don't even know this person. But shout out to them.
Hey, thank you. And that's what our hope is, you know, with my channel, with the streams, it's gotten to be kind of chaos and a little bit of just who knows?
I
And
hate
so-
it. I hate it. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, let's talk about what we've got going here.
Oh yeah, let's do it. All right. Let's see.
Please. Because it's a wonderful change of energy, and it is. For me, I feel this is a wonderful opportunity to partner, collaborate with someone like you, willing to share your time and talents to help support this. And the goal is for you, the viewers, those who tune in, whether live or later, to have a little bit of morning encouragement and some open-minded conversations. That's the hope.
Absolutely. And we are testing backgrounds. So if anyone sees anything they like,
Yeah,
I kind of like this one, some kind of bamboo, but I like this one too. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with that one for now.
it's a little busy.
So,
it's good.
or actually, this is the best. Anyways, so difficult changes and accompanying fear. So you're making, well, you're not really, are you making changes to the show, Jack? This is just a separate show under the Talcadia News Network, or it's not a news network, the Talcadia
Brand, whatever,
brand,
image. It's another aspect of what's available. It's similar. It's not truly breaking away from what I do, but it's another aspect, and that is truly helpful. This topic today, change and something difficult, the difficulty
difficult
of
changes and accompanying fear.
and accompanying fear. That's something we all deal with, and it's something that I've been through quite a bit of, some substantial changes in life. I heard it said a long time ago, the biggest changes that people can go through are like divorce, moving, job changes all at once. And in a way, that's like all of that happened with me all at the same time. The family, the career, the location, everything has changed in a real quick time for me. And in the past, I had grown so comfortable. And back to something you said, you did correct me. The life of a postal employee, I wasn't poor. I had a poverty mindset. Even when I had a comfortable paycheck, I was still living paycheck to paycheck. I had a poverty mindset, and that's how I was raised. So I had the feelings of my whole life of being poor. Took me a while through my time in the military, and then with my time as a labor representative, took me time to find comfort and a little bit of pride in my military service, in the fact that I was a working class guy, that I didn't have the college education. I had a lot of self-worth issues because I judged myself as not good enough. But even in my postal employee, when I had that pretty much guaranteed paycheck, all I had to do was show up and show up on time, do what I was told according to the way I was told, and I got a paycheck every 2 weeks. And it was pretty comfortable for me. But then, after 20 years of not having to look for a job, of having a consistent routine, going to the same place, everything changed. And when things changed for me, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to respond. And I was frightened. And I was so afraid. I faced so many fears inside of myself that I never knew I had, because I had settled into this uncomfortable pattern of comfort. And when I say uncomfortable pattern of comfort, what I'm talking about is this routine of pushing myself to a job I didn't really enjoy every single day. And then just to make it through the day, I would go home and drink myself to oblivion, numb my mind and escape from the world. And that was not a healthy way of living, but I didn't see it. So when the changes happened, I didn't know how to adjust to change, but something I've learned: change is natural. And if we can lean into the change, we can accept the changes for what they are. Okay, This job ended. Okay, this relationship is over. Okay, things are not the way they were yesterday. When we can accept that within ourselves and find peace with the new changes, then it gives us the strength to continue forward. Does that make sense? I mean, that's what I found for myself. It
makes
acceptance.
sense, but honestly, my brain is stuck on something
Okay.
that maybe not is the best for the show, but I just have to ask it. What were you spending your money on?
A lot of booze.
But booze is not that expensive. Let's be honest. Were you buying
no
single malt scotch? What did you drink?
I drank. Well, I'd go.
You drank yourself to poverty from top shelf liquor. I mean, what are you drinking? Remy Martin 13? What's happening there?
It was a number of things. Very poor money management. I would buy a lot of things for ideas I thought I would have, and then I filled up a 5-bedroom house, a 2-car garage. I filled it up with stuff, and stuff that I didn't need anymore. I wasn't using. I was overwhelmed with things, and then plus, my house, the 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, bought it with dual incomes, right? My wife and I, when our son was born, we bought a house with 2 incomes. When she found another marriage, she found a different relationship, I was married to the house. I mean, it was all I could do to afford that house with the single income that I had. So that's why I was poor. I made poor choices.
So are you a hoarder?
I was. Today I have hardly anything.
Have you ever watched as I get older, and I don't know, I feel like we're falling off topic. I think this show, I don't know. I'm just going to talk. If you need to get me back on topic, get me back on topic. But I think I'm just want to go freely with the thoughts.
Please.
I used to have a lot of hobbies. I still consider that I have them, even if I haven't done them for a while. Especially as a man, hobbies. I had a canoe at one point. I got it on the cheap. Snowboarding, hunting, backpacking, camping, fishing, music, of course. And I have all this, I've got some stuff, and I look at it, and I don't know, it's I guess sometimes I have morbid thoughts like, God, when I pass, someone's going to have to deal with this, and I don't have any kids. So I just feel like, since you lost or got rid of all your stuff, does it feel freeing? Like, I like my stuff. I do. And I don't want to get rid of it, but I can imagine, like, kind of, change you down a little bit, right?
Once you accept everything's gone, yeah, it's a new beginning. I mean, admittedly, my poor money choices have continued, because when I left the house, I took what I thought could fit in the car and what I could imagine myself needing, but I took all this camping gear and all this stuff to be living on the street. But then things changed and things worked out.
You were going to be a homeless tent person?
That was what I saw as my options.
Jesus, Jack.
That
before you become homeless, you could stay at a storage facility on the low. That's a kind of a illegal option. Many people opt for that. Something to consider.
I considered it. I did. I considered a lot of different options, because there are a lot of options. We can do and go wherever we want. Now, accepting that, especially,
is that too much freedom?
It can be. It can be overwhelming. And I think that's what part of our problem is as people. The options for us are so infinite, but the limits of our mind, we get trapped in our ideas and the ideas that we can come up with. And sometimes while we're looking at an idea in our mind, the reality, the answer is right there in our face. And well, that ties us back to the lesson, to the practice of being present. the practice of presence, being here in the moment, in the now, because life is only in the now. The memories, the attachments, that's all they are. We're attached to ideas. And back to your question, I was attached to a lot of things. And then when I left, I ended up replacing a lot of things I'd left.
That's the fear.
That is the fear, right? Is being without and then needing. But if you can have faith, and that's what I've been really, really focused on building, having faith that despite my ignorance right now, there's another answer for me. There's a better answer. There's a better option for me that's waiting to be discovered. Sometimes that doesn't happen. I mean, admittedly, when I was going through the eviction process in the house, I was counting till the last day. I was confident there was going to be another solution, another answer that came up, and I didn't find it.
Well, maybe the answer is to come to Baltimore and be my friend.
That's what it turns out to be.
There it is.
I didn't know that was an option. I had no clue it was an option to become friends with Barney and to find a place comfortable here in Baltimore, despite the junkies out front.
Yeah, what can you say? I never thought in a million years I'd be living where the Wire was, but
Right.
You kind of get used to it and it becomes normalized, and there's a lot of good here too. That's the truth.
There is.
And perhaps we can focus on that.
Brother, I think that is the key. Anywhere we are, we can find problems. We can find this what's the word? The scourge. The
scourge of humanity.
Yeah, we can find the lowest of humanity anywhere we go. But everywhere we go as well, there's the beauty of the sunshine, the beauty of the trees, the birds, the animals, the water, the mountains. It's just beauty is everywhere, and it's just hidden in plain sight for us to discover.
And speaking of hidden beauty, Jack, I'm not responding to any comments because I only respond to super chats, but can you eat something off of that real fruit tray, please? Just for me.
Yeah.
Just anything. Can you eat something else off of that fruit tray?
Dude, please.
Okay. Eat one of those grapes too, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you. This is not in response to any comments, of course, but you just looked hungry. So I'll just leave it at that. I will leave it at that. So
hey,
my thoughts are just, what can I say? My mind won't move forward from living paycheck to paycheck, Jack. Should I move on with this, or should I grill you more about this? I'm just stuck on that.
What's the hang up?
It's math.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did you have expensive tastes in clothes? Did you eat out every day?
Yes.
Food.
Fast food.
Food.
I was addicted to fast food.
Not that expensive though.
That's what you think. I thought it was cheap, and it was cheap. You know, the $1 friggin' Jack in the Box chicken sandwiches. And
what's your favorite fast food, Jack?
Wendy's. Wendy's was my favorite.
Bro, Wendy's is the best of the slop houses. Jack in the Box is good. That's only out west.
Yeah.
They have the biggest menu, and it's good. I'm not gonna lie. They got their sourdough melts or whatever.
Yeah, those are good.
Wendy's is the best.
It was.
Best burgers. They got the Frosty on tap. And then, of course, they have the soda machine now. I love my Cherry Coke Zero. And I take my own cup. You know, that's that thing. The same thing they have at Wawa.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Wendy's is the best. When I was a kid, of course, I love to eat. I'm a fat kid. They had the triple cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like the only one.
The Baconator. They had the Baconator, that cheesy bacon garbage that just.
But fast food bacon is like, is it bacon? That's the question.
This is the thing with Wendy's too. I remember that was my favorite, but I was involved with the union, and there was a dispute with their tomato producers. They were using slave tactics for the tomato growers.
Okay, here we go.
So I had to boycott Wendy's for a while.
What? Slave tactics. I mean, they can all go back to where they came from and pick tomatoes there.
No, these corporations can start treating their employees with dignity and respect. If they can't treat their employees with dignity and respect, then they don't deserve my money.
Fair enough. Is there something we should be boycotting now?
Everything.
Boycott everything.
Well, this was the paradigm. This was the challenge.
Are you a homesteader? I mean, I had chickens at one point.
I'm not a homesteader.
Well, then you can't boycott everything unless you homestead, bro.
You can.
You need stuff. You need food.
Well, this is the thing. And this is where it was challenging. While I, because I'm committed to my values, committed to what I believe in. And if I'm going to play the role of a union guy who stands up for labor, then I need to carry that value with me when I go make my purchases too. And so there was a time where I was trying to pay attention to all the labor disputes and how these corporations were treating their employees. And I was trying to do real well, but this is what I realized. I can't keep track of it. I can't keep track of all the labor disputes and who's doing what to who's doing where. And so it became a point where you just got to do your best. I mean, even in the union, I bought a Dodge Durango used. I bought a used Dodge Durango, believing that it was American made and I was going to be okay with my union brothers and sisters. And of course, as soon as they see it, I've got some heckler who says, well, that year was actually produced in Canada and it's not actually supporting American labor, Jack. And so trying to do the right thing, I still found out I was often wrong. So it comes down to just do the best you can, right?
Well, that's a whole show right there. What is the best you can? But sorry to interrupt your flow. And speaking of flow, legend in the chat, super chat that is, Taco Bell supremacy. Of course, Of course, Flo, aka legend, king of the white trash panel verse, would like Taco Bell, right? Right, absolutely. Gordita Crunch. I wonder what his favorite is. Shout out to you, Flow State. Yes. We are working on things with the new format. I hope you like it in this morning edition.
We do.
Hold on. And I'm trying to navigate Talcott's StreamYard, which is a strange and foreign place to me. But how do you like? Hold on. Hold your breath. Here it comes. Awaken with Jack and Barnabas. Should we tell them about this picture, Jack, or not?
Please do. Yeah.
So Jack comes to me. We're out here in Baltimore. He says, bro, do you like 9 Inch Nails? I'm like, kind of. They're coming to town. Let's go. I'm like, I'm in. I never expected Jack to. I expect Jack to do a lot of things. Eat weird processed vegan food. Turn down good animal products to eat.
Yeah.
I expect a lot of things out of him. I never expected him to go to 9 Inch Nails. I never expected to go to 9 Inch Nails. But here we are in Baltimore. We went to 9 Inch Nails. It was the loudest concert I've ever been to.
It was amazing.
It was pretty amazing. They played a lot of stuff. The end was the best because they played all the hits that I know. I want to, something like an animal and all the other stuff and Hurt or whatever. And that's a picture from the concert. And I got those sunglasses. They are green lens. Changed a bit. But I think we look good in that picture. And that is the thumbnail as of yet. So shout out to all the millions of fans. Shout out to Powder Dusty.
Hey, amen. Thank you to all who swing through and especially the contributions. It really is appreciated.
And we don't have a schedule yet. I'm busy. I'm going through changes myself. I'm kind of in YouTube purgatory, kind of. I guess I was a bad boy or something. But we'll just take it as it is. There it is. Look for the thumbnail the night before or something. And we might even do a nighttime.
It's possible.
But are we going to call it Awaken, or are we going to call it?
No, it'll have to be something different, something more in line with the finality of the day. We don't want to awaken people late at night, but we want to get them in the right energy space for just rest and relaxation and bliss and peace. I think we could do that too, especially if we can figure out the music stuff. Come up with some nice music to play with this and get the energy right.
Is the energy right now? Well, look, we got some feedback. We got another legend. OTW Live. I love the look. Shout out to the producers. Thanks. This is Barnabas Studios. I can produce your show too for a nominal fee of $1,000 per show.
It's cheap.
Just have to come to Baltimore, and you too can achieve the results as Jack did. You know, last night I really cracked the whip on my graphic designers. They came out good.
I think so.
I think tonight maybe I'll crack the whip on the audio department.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can get some funny sounds or some good music. And here we go. Hanko Flamio, legend again. Look at all these legends.
Man.
Look at the legends, Jack. I mean, we're really getting some good feedback here, Jack. Is this the thing that's going to make me rich? Is this the thing that's going to make me fire my boss and work from home? I hope so, Jack.
I do too.
I just want to tell you something, Jack. When we become rich and famous, don't look down on me.
No.
When I just want to buy a yacht and live a life of luxury. Okay. You can go and create world peace. You know, I support that. I support that from my yacht. Just so you know, I'm going to be hanging out with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. Sure.
Awaken is fine. Keep the branding consistent. Thank you so much for the feedback. I'm hoping my sound is okay because last time we had different sound volumes. Anyways, what were we talking about? Difficult changes, accompanying fear. You know, it was pretty legendary when you left your house. That was a huge change. And you are just so popular that it was really, everyone was holding their breath. It was the coolest story on YouTube, honestly. Even to this day. It's very exciting because you never know. You wake up, I wonder what Jack's going to do today.
You never know.
You never know. And the changes are amazing. Oh my God. Look at the super chats are rolling in. Shout out to Midlife Bro Crisis. That sounds like an insult. It's Midlife Bro Logic. He's not disposable. Thank you so much, the freak. I mean, I think we're getting rich, Jack.
Are we getting close to the
$100? If we get $100,
we're opening it up. That's what we said.
For 30 minutes. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Well,
you don't have headphones. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Let's just get $99. I don't really want to open the panel, but I will. Shout out to Midlife Bro Crisis. He's not disposable. Thank you so much. Trexty coming in from Ireland. €5.
Blessings.
Careful with going through changes, Barney. Look what happened to Ozzy. Too soon. I'm going through changes. That's an Ozzy song. Do you know it?
Yeah.
It's a Black Sabbath song, actually.
A throwback. Holy cows.
His daughter sang it with him. It's like Black Sabbath is the best metal band ever. And in the middle of one of these albums is this piano song. I've been so happy. I've been so sad. I've lost the best friend that I've ever had. Anyways, that's what she's making a reference to. Trexty, didn't know you were a Sabbath fan. Sabbath fans unite.
Hey.
Sabbath fans. Jesus Christ. I can't even keep up with these super chats, Jack. The floodgates are coming in. I think we got something good on our super chat train. Everybody all aboard. Anybody want to take this ride? Everybody all aboard. Taking out a ride. Be sure to get your ticket. Hold on. Let me get... You got some Talgot train. You got to hear the song. It's the Gap Band. Be sure to get your ticket.
Holy
Hurry,
cows.
don't you miss it. Everybody's got to stand in line, so be sure that you'll be right on time. Everybody, all aboard. Everybody, all aboard.
Barney, I truly love you, my friend, but what I'm thinking right now is we've really got to get some clips for donations so that you don't have to sing when we get donations.
Okay. All right. Damn it. You know, all guitar players want to be singers deep down, you know, but I guess we don't all have that talent. So.
I love it, and I truly appreciate it.
Listen, if we get $1,000, I'm going to get Jack to do the early in the morning line dance from the Gap Band. So that's what's up. Me and Jack are going to line dance early in the morning. I don't know if you've seen this or not,
dude,
but there is a Gap Band early in the morning line dance, and it is, you know, I've never seen a line dance and thought, like, that looks like fun. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, man, the Gap Band is so good. It's so good. But anyways, all right, we're getting off track.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting distracted by money.
You are.
I am.
Hey, with this morning, though, I've got to throw this out there. This is already a step into Jack's uncomfort zone.
What, is this as uncomfortable for you?
I am not a morning person, dude. Anyone who knows me from the past knows don't fuck with Jack until about 11 or 12. There's no point. He's cranky and he's bitter. And
should we start the show later?
No, this is perfect. It's a perfect challenge for me.
I mean, you were cranky last night and bitter. You were kind of an asshole, actually. You were a total asshole last night.
I was tired. I wanted to.
You don't have to treat me like an ass. You don't have to treat me like you were a real asshole last night.
I didn't know.
No. You're lying to me, like, bro.
I was an asshole. Well, thank you for
what. I mean, what do you think?
Thank you for being here.
I thought I did something wrong. I was like, oh Jesus, what did I do?
No.
You don't remember our conversation last night?
Which part was?
I was like, yo, what's up, Jack? Do you want to do the show? And you're like,
I was in a bad mood. I was feeling.
All right, well,
yesterday was interesting.
Maybe it was my insecurity that.
A little of both.
I had an insecurity. You were in a bad mood, and I thought
the worst.
No, I thought that maybe I did something. Is that from insecurity? What is that?
Yes. Thank you for noticing that.
It was culpable, maybe.
It's a little bit of both. Maybe you felt some insecurity, and I felt some insecurity, right?
I don't know what you felt. You were angry.
Yeah, I was feeling insecure, and so yeah. But you know what? Your offer, your kindness, it's actually what helped turn me around. So thanks for being here, despite my rudeness to you last night.
Well, now I'm getting to know you since you've been on here a couple months. And the thing I've noticed about Talcott is if he's in a bad mood, just give it time. And he'll come around. And then he'll be back to his usual self, which is the positive self, so to speak.
There's a story about my son like that, because I remember in the neighborhood, we lived in this quiet neighborhood, and it was beautiful. So the kids are outside playing one time, and I came outside. It's a sunny day, and I yelled at my son. What are you doing? And he was doing something wrong. I don't remember what he was, but I yelled at him, and all the other kids that were with him, they just stopped and they were scared. You know, because I guess I sounded kind of scary.
You are scary. Don't you recognize that?
I don't. I really don't.
I mean, people tell you for years, like, I don't know, or maybe they don't use that term scary.
No, they don't.
They use different terms.
Well, my son was quick to tell the others, oh, don't worry about it. My dad yells. He'll be fine by tomorrow.
It usually doesn't take a day. It just takes a couple hours.
It takes it takes a little while, but
yeah, not a day.
This is something actually I know I'm not alone with. There's other people who identify as empaths. They have an inner sensitivity. And growing up, I always was kind of a sensitive boy. right? I always feel things and things feel more to me. And it messed me up. I think that's the reason I was so kind of standoffish for so long, was I didn't understand all of the feelings I was feeling.
Do you know? This is just going all. We're just going all over the place.
We are,
and I'm fine with that. Are you
Yeah.
fine with that?
Yeah.
If you ever read about like relationships, they always say empaths and narcissists are like couples. Are you aware of this?
I could see that.
It's just interesting little tidbit there. I don't think I really want to elaborate. You can elaborate. I don't really have anything other to say in that, but
no, there's a perfect pattern to that, because psychologically and spiritually, we actually attract these opposites to us, and it's for the purpose of creating balance. And we attract the opposites so that we can find the balance within ourselves. If we don't find the balance within ourselves, we'll create these unhealthy attachments to the other side of us, which is where the submissive, the sensitive will connect to the calloused, right? The narcissist and the empath will meet together so that the two can learn from each other. I'm convinced that's how it works.
Wait, are you saying that's a good thing?
Yes. It's by a perfect design in the way that the universe unfolds itself. The light meets the dark meets the light. That way they learn from each other.
Here's another question I got for you, Jack. Why is it that every single woman in America, every single one that breaks up with a guy, always calls her ex a narcissist? Thoughts? Do you agree with that statement, first off?
That not everyone calls their ex a narcissist.
Every American woman. No? Okay. I guess I'm just on the wrong side of social media, which is probably true. Definitely. I need to spend my time consuming better media. And in that effort, hopefully this is better media for everyone. Let me, let's, what are we thinking here? Change? Should we circle back?
Well, how long have we been going? What's the time like?
48 minutes. I mean, we could end it.
You know, let's keep it under an hour.
Let's
I
do
think
it.
that's
All right.
appropriate. I mean, the viewers and the contributions, I don't want to cut it off. Well, we set the idea, set a high threshold for the opening it up. You know, admittedly, $100. It's a little bit high for
no,
where
it's not,
we're starting.
Jack. Well, we don't really want it to open up,
right? And that's the point. But the other side of that is also want to be fair and allow those who do want to achieve that threshold to be able to do so. But if we haven't hit that in an hour, then it serves a purpose.
I love it.
No, I certainly do appreciate all those who are contributing and here, who are a part of this, because this life we're living, this is just one tiny aspect of the life of Barney and Jack, right? And this tiny aspect has the potential to really become something fun and big. Everything.
That's what she said. Put your hand out for something fun and big. Sorry, I know you're being serious, but I'm not going to let that slide.
No,
that's what
perfect.
she said.
Yes, it's perfect.
Oh my God, here we go.
Oh.
The freak. What's that sacrificial dagger and raw potatoes? Jack, do you want to? This is a super chat, so
Raw potatoes.
those are mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Yeah, they want to see the knife.
The knife. Oh,
Yeah.
It is a beautiful knife.
Yep. Maybe. Are we going to get in trouble for showing a knife on YouTube? I don't know. You want to pull it out?
Ornamental.
Whoops. This is ornamental and beautiful, actually.
Pull it
This is
out.
a
Don't
couch.
cut yourself. There you go.
Dude.
It's one of those Pakistani things. I hope that satiated your need to freak. Not a sacrificial dagger. It is the knife to cut the daily awaken offerings, or not daily, but the offerings for awakening. And we are making changes here at Awakening with
Jack and Barney.
Yeah, sorry. I'm paying attention to the chat and I'm getting thrown off. And I just wanted to mention that Jack cannot see the chat.
I cannot.
And this is how I like Jack. Not distracted by the chat, not getting mad at all of his detractors or dejectors. Is that funny?
It is.
Dejectors. So he doesn't furrow his brow at all of his dejectors. And this is, as I said before, this is the purest form of Talcott, in my opinion, you're going to get is on Awaken.
I appreciate that. Can't
see the chat unless you pay. The thoughts are just rolling off. He doesn't have to deal with all the clickety-clackety production stuff. Just the thoughts coming off top of that dome. And that's where we're at. So
this is beautiful.
Yeah.
How about we offer some closing words? Some ideas on the topic is really what I'd like to get to.
All right. Difficult changes and accompanying fear.
Let me ask you. You've been through changes.
Yeah.
Let's put you on the spot a little bit.
I don't know. I was kind of looking for advice this show. Let's not, actually.
Well, this is the best way for advice. Honestly, the answers have to come from within. I found my own answers. I'm offering what I find to be helpful, and really it is. It's just Jack's opinions, but I'm confident that as others consider some of these ideas, I think you'll come to the same conclusions. Because our options when life brings changes, our options are to complain, to suck it up.
Wait, hold on. Say that again. What?
When life brings us changes, especially if it's an unanticipated change, it's not a change that we were looking to create, but life just throws us a curveball.
Okay.
What are our options? We can certainly bitch about it. We can complain about it. We can go sit in the corner and cry. We can cover ourselves in the blankets and sit in bed for 3-4 days. We can do whatever we want with our pity party and our anger.
Mm-hmm.
And then ask yourself, what does that accomplish? Prolongs the inevitable. The inevitable is we've got to face the change. We've got to accept the change because the change is real. And if you can accept what is real, pushing yourself, to overpower yourself despite the opinions, right? I don't like this. I hate this. I don't understand this. If you can push past that to realize I can accept this, I can understand this, I can deal with this. Once you get that mindset, you got a new beginning.
New beginning. That was a rehab center they were always trying to sell in Maryland, or I don't know if that's national.
It works because that's what it is. It's a new beginning.
New beginning.
But think about that, how that applies. It applies to all of us. A new beginning once we break free of our addictions. A new beginning once we start finding comfort in our pains. A new beginning once we choose to start again.
There it is, everybody. I think we'll end it there. A new beginning when we choose to start again. That's certainly encouraging, inspirational, Jack. That's my favorite brand of Jack right there. I hope that you can use that as I do in your personal lives to better yourself. And unfortunately, we don't have an outro video set, which is something we're going to have to work on. Of course. Oh, but you have what is it?
There's that one you can play.
Where is it at?
It's in the media. Top left.
Top left.
Videos.
I wonder why you're hesitant to not just put it in the outro video. What is the reason?
The reason I don't is because I like to leave some of the thumbnails after the ending. So the thumbnail has its image image after the closing, and then I end it. It's just my
you like to manually end it.
It's my little way of doing it. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Fair enough.
That's all it is.
Fair enough. So I had a good time, Jack. I think the show may have some legs. Of course, I'm going to get my YouTube chops back up here and hopefully have a triumphant return at some point. Next episode, I'm not sure when.
Not sure yet.
Look for
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Look for the nighttime episode 2, which may or may not be called Awaken. Do we have a
not yet?
No ideas yet.
No ideas yet, but it's happening.
Just for the record, Hank thinks Awaken will work at night, maybe, or we said earlier, Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, could be the nighttime version.
Open to suggestions for those who catch this and are willing to leave some comments in the afterwards. In the chat.
Absolutely. We
That'd
need a title for this show played at night.
I'd love some some input, not just the contributions. Love some input on what folks might appreciate, any ideas. We really want to do something fun, not just for Barney and I, but for everyone.
Yeah. And I've got a selection of herbal teas, by the way. Probably drink that.
Love that.
Yep. We can make like a whole thing of it. I've got some fancy, you know me, I'm high class. I have loose leaf.
Yeah.
And I have my little thing. We could do like a whole little thing.
Dude.
Maybe that'll be good. Either way, thank you so much, everybody. Stay tuned. Look for that thumbnail. If it's in the morning, we like the 9 o'clock. Look forward to seeing you again. There are great things to come. Peace and blessings to you all. We are out of here.
Much love.